Hello, mortals. Welcome to my channel, where today I shall spin thee a tale of intrigue, betrayal, and forbidden love. No, not Twilight. Shut up, Bella. This is the story of Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt, a woman who challenged the might of Rome, stared down the gods, and emerged a legend. It's time to meet the queen who could have ruled the world. The year is 69 BC. And in the bustling city of Alexandria, the royal court of Egypt is in turmoil. King Ptolemy XIII has kicked the bucket, leaving behind a kingdom on the brink of chaos. Enter Cleopatra, the king's 14-year-old daughter, a teenager thrust into the heart of a deadly game of thrones. But unlike your average teen, Cleopatra is no damsel in distress. Oh no, she's a force to be reckoned with, fluent in 7 languages and armed with a thirst for power. Now, thanks to her father's last-minute marriage to her great-aunt, Cleopatra finds herself sharing the throne with her 10-year-old brother, Ptolemy XIV. But let's be real, who's really in charge here? Well, both kids are technically co-rulers, but it's basically Cleopatra running the show. After all, she's the one who knows how to play the game. But hold your horses. Before Cleopatra can get too comfortable in her royal digs, she's banished from the kingdom by her own brother, leaving her no choice but to flee to Rome. Undeterred, she returns to Alexandria 2 years later with a small army and a plan to reclaim her throne. But here's the kicker. She doesn't want to rule alone. Instead, she sets her sights on the most powerful man in the known world, Julius Caesar. Yeah, that's Caesar. Now you might be scratching your head wondering, why would she want to team up with Rome? Well, Cleopatra sees an opportunity to secure her power base by aligning herself with the mighty Roman Empire. And let's face it, who doesn't love a good forbidden romance? Upon meeting the legendary Roman general, Cleopatra wastes no time in making her intentions clear. She wants power and she wants it now. But Caesar ain't no pushover. He's got his own ambitions and he ain't afraid to flex his military might. But as they say, all's fair in love and war, and Cleopatra knows exactly how to play the game. While the details of their first meeting are lost to history, we can only imagine the sparks that flew when Cleopatra emerged from a giant basket like the proverbial goddess of the Nile. Talk about a grand entrance. Caesar falls head over heels for the Egyptian queen and gives her everything she wants, including a shiny new throne and a baby boy. But their scandalous romance doesn't stay hidden for long. In fact, it becomes the talk of the town. The scandal, the gossip, you know the drill. The power couple faces criticism from all sides, but they couldn't care less. They're too busy ruling Egypt and making babies. But Caesar's enemies aren't so forgiving, and before you can say, beware the Ides of March, he's been stabbed to death by a group of senators. With Caesar out of the picture, Cleopatra finds herself in a precarious position. Her alliance with Rome is in tatters, and she's got a score to settle. Enter Mark Antony, Caesar's right-hand man and soon-to-be lover, a Roman general, who's more than happy to team up with Cleopatra to take on the Roman Empire. Together, they create their own power base in the East, living it up in luxury while waging war against Caesar's assassins. But Cleopatra's enemies aren't done with her yet. They send Octavian, Caesar's adopted son, to spy on her and bring her down. And wouldn't you know it, the young upstart is actually pretty good at his job. He builds a navy, amasses an army, and sets his sights on Alexandria. When the inevitable showdown occurs at the Battle of Actium, Cleopatra and Mark Antony suffer a humiliating defeat. Believing she's dead, Mark Antony takes his own life, leaving Cleopatra to face her demons alone. But as they say, the show must go on. And Cleopatra has one last trick up her sleeve. She allows Octavian to capture Alexandria, but not without giving him a taste of her legendary allure. Some say it was a venomous snake, others say poison. All we know is that Cleopatra's legend only grew after her death, transforming her into a symbol of feminine power, beauty, and mystery. From statues to paintings to pop culture references and film portrayals, Cleopatra's image has been immortalized throughout history. So who was Cleopatra really? A queen, a goddess, a woman who loved too deeply, or the last defender of Egypt? The answer, my friends, lies in the heart of the Nile, where the legend of Cleopatra lives on. Thanks for joining me on this thrilling journey through time. Did you enjoy this story? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales of history's greatest. Until next time, farewell.